Omar.
An inmate at Nevada Southern Detention Center. Your account balance is $9.92. To hear the charges for this call, press or say 2. To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all future calls, press or say. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Omar. How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing, man?
It's pandemonium. We got a program tomorrow I'm trying to prepare for. There's a Marine named Charles Dyer who was set up. He spent 8 years in prison, so I've got to get my head on straight before the program tomorrow. But it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess my dad just told me there's actually 7 motions in limine.
Wow.
I thought it was 5. Yeah. So, well, he said he saw that you did a post about it. I guess you kind of explain what they're doing. It's
well, I only covered 455. I haven't even had a chance to read the rest. Although I did get the rest. I've got all the legal documents, and they're up on your Dropbox location. So for someone who wants to go through all of them, if they go to Year of Jubilee, Jubilee with 1 E, and go to List of Other Prisoners, and go to Qazi, you know your name, or Qazi, Qazi, and then click on the Dropbox link, it'll have all the legal motions that has been sent to me by the various people.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's well, I just read 450 just alone in the email, and that alone says I basically they don't want me to bring up anything that's been even argued pre-trial, which is every motion that has to do with every subject under the sun. That has everything to do with the case.
Yeah.
So they don't want me to speak about anything. So, I mean, I've never seen something so corrupt.
Have you ever heard the name Skylar Barbeau?
Yes, I have.
Okay, yeah, they did him very, very dirty. He tried to represent himself as well, and there were some very big shenanigans that were going on between the prosecutor, defense, and the judge in order to make him stop representing himself. And I think it ended up causing, a situation where he ended up taking a plea deal, and thank God he's free now. But I think when you represent yourself, it scares the hell out of the establishment, and they just don't like it at all, because if you beat them and you're just a regular Joe, fighting for freedom, and they're the professionals,
right,
they look so bad,
Yeah, that's what they hate that, and that's obviously what they're trying to do to me, which is not going to dissuade me from doing what I'm doing. No matter what. I will fight it all the way. I just wanted to bring your attention to one thing, right?
Okay.
Reading, it's very important that I think whenever you get the chance to look at the statute that I'm being charged under, it's I'm pretty sure most people know. You might know it yourself. It's 18 USC 922.
Okay.
Which is the ex felon in possession statute.
Okay.
So, yeah, 922g. And which has several subsections, like 9 of them, and which is like if you're an ex-felon, a fugitive from justice, an alien, or domestic violence or whatever. So, but under this if you're a prohibited person under this statute, this is what the statute reads. It says, basically, if you're one of those prohibited persons under those 9 subsections, it should be unlawful that you to ship or transport in interstate or foreign commerce, or possess in or affecting commerce any firearm or ammunition. And then it says, and this is a very important part, semicolon, or to receive any firearm or ammunition which has been shipped or transported in interstate or foreign commerce. Now the reason I'm bringing this up is I was wondering if we can take a survey to see what the general public believes if they're being charged under that statute. Would they believe that they were like the direct recipient of a firearm that traveled over state lines, or or if they had something to do with the interstate commerce part. Because, I mean, from my opinion, that's the only way to read it, So
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, when it comes to this legalese, man, I am not the right guy to speak to. It bogs my brain down. But I did find that motion 450 document, and so I've got it up. It's a 9-page document. I see that says government's motion in limine to preclude any argument or evidence regarding prosecutorial charging decisions or pretrial litigation.
Right. Yeah, they don't want me to bring up nothing that happened in the state court, how the state dismissed the charges, and why they did. They don't want me to bring up any testimony, anything that happened to do in the state, which showed all the lies and everything of why they dropped it, which I would have never been charged, in the first place. So. I mean, what's your opinion on the statute? Like, if it says, something in interstate commerce, wouldn't you believe I had nothing to do with interstate commerce? Isn't it a general reading?
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. Let me just. I'm going to look up the exact definition of interstate because there's interstate. It says existing or carried on between states. So,
right.
One of a system of okay, yes, yeah. So it's got to involve carrying something between states, I guess, if you're going to use the word interstate, right?
Right, and this is what the government's running from. Because usually most people don't argue this because I'm being charged for something that was being shipped at the time, as if I was the one who shipped it or received it directly from the shipper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a clear reading from the statute. And that's what the statute reads in the present tense. And, the fact that I'm arguing it, which is common sense, that because they're trying to deceive the jury by saying this charge, all you have to find him guilty of this charge, and that it had been shipped. Not has been, but had been in the past tense.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're charging me presently, but you're trying to convict me in front of a jury with the past tense. That's illogical,
Yeah, I see. Well, the challenge that you had, as you're talking, Omar, what I'm thinking is, these devils listen to every single phone call you make, and I'm just concerned that they're listening to your, your strategy, and they're going to try to,
Well, that's the thing is they already know the strategy, obviously, because they're setting motions to preclude me from. Because I've done all this what I'm explaining to you through motions, and that's why they're trying to say whatever he's bringing up in his motions. Let's stop him from arguing that.
I see. Okay, so you already did a previous motion, and now they're scared to death, and now they're trying to do a motion in limine to stop you from arguing that. Yeah, I got you.
Right. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, that the Commerce Clause of the Constitution says that they can regulate interstate or foreign commerce, but to regulate something does not mean you can regulate something that is non-existent, that has ceased to exist.
Yeah.
Once a commodity has been transferred from one state to another, it stops. It's a temporal concept.
Yeah.
And that's what they're running from. And the Supreme Court acknowledges that. I mean, just common sense. Everyone knows that. So, I mean, like I said, the government believes that they can charge you for possession of French fries that have once been sold in interstate commerce.
Well, obviously they must be scared to death of this argument. Otherwise, they wouldn't mind the jury hearing it and having a jury of your peers making a valid decision on it. The fact they don't even want the jury to hear this means they must be scared to death of it because, oh, no, we can't have him argue anything that has truthfulness to it. We want to keep it. They're basically trying to tie your hands behind your back so they could, force a win and at no matter what the consequences.
Right, exactly. I mean, I would like the opinion of the general public about the statute, though. This way, just to show what most people would believe. What's inflamed in their passion about what this truly is. Because if it's truly a federal matter, this is something that needs to be argued in front of the jury. it's obvious. It's obviously that they're trying to take everyone's Second Amendment rights away. I mean, in this statute, believe it or not, it even says one of the subsections says who is an unlawful user of or addicted to any controlled substance in the Controlled Substance Act. This means if you have depression, anxiety, pain, which is 95% of America, you can't federally have a gun.
Wow.
So I mean, or it even says right here, mental defective, or you know what I mean. If you have any type of mental disease or any type of medication you take, you cannot have a gun.
You know, that brings up a situation in Texas right now. They're trying to pass what they call the red flag laws, which means that any neighbor of yours, any neighbor of anybody, can just call and report to the police that they believe this particular neighbor is mentally unstable and shouldn't be able to own a gun. And a judge can decide without a trial and without due process that the neighbor's complaint is valid, and they can come into your house and confiscate all your guns without any trial or due process. It's called the red flag laws, and it's absolutely so anti-American. But going back to what you were saying earlier about requesting people's opinions on this, I'm gonna title this video Omar Qazi request opinions on the wording of 18 USC 922g. Is that a good title?
Yeah, I mean, just like a survey, I guess. Just what they believe. If they were charged with this statute, what do they believe it consists of? What you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would they be as if they're involved with the interstate commerce shipment or not? You know?
Yeah.
You know, like I said, my opinion, I believe it is. I might be wrong, but that's why I want to see if what other people's belief on this is, you know?
No, I think it's great. I think it's great. Since they denied you standby counsel, why not ask your friends and supporters on the internet?
Right. I mean, it could be even be people that don't agree with me, but can still at least shed some light on how it could be, you know. I don't see how it's possible. But I mean, you know, a general, you know, for the general just perception of how they believe it to be applied. You know, and I think it's very vague, very ambiguous.
Well, all you would have to do is convince one jury member that you're right and that your interpretation is correct, right? They have to have 12 people to convict you, right? So if you can just convince one person that your reading is right, then you should be okay, at least for a mistrial.
Well, that's the thing is they don't even want me to talk about it. As soon as I even try to bring up the subject, they object.
Wow. Insane.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, this is what's going on, but you know, I think it's important to see if we can get at least, you know, even 100 people to say what they believe truly what this would be. You know, it would just show the people of ordinary intelligence of what this statute consists of and how it would properly be applied. You know. Right. You know, I think it's important.
No,
Because this affects the nation, and it's like I said, these are some issues that I'm bringing that no one really talks about. I mean, they don't really bring it up, but it affects every last one of us. Like I said, if you take an anxiety pill or a pain pill because you've been hurt in an accident, you can't own a gun federally according to this statute. Right. You know. Right. First, like I said, first of all, everyone should have a right to possess a gun.
Amen.
But you know, I think that if these are going to be so-called laws, then it would if it was a correct law, a moral law, it would be a local issue at that. You know. Right. And that's why I believe that it's really wrong. You know, like I said, there's moral laws. There's right laws, and then there's immoral laws, which are wrong. You know, if you degrade humanity, then it's not a moral law. It's not a correct law at all. It's not constitutional.
Well, you know, I went to a Second Amendment march I think it was yesterday or day before. But that David,
how did it go? You told me about that.
It was good. That, you know, they had a lot of cameras, and we got a chance to, you know, say our opinions, and they had that David Hogg dude, you know, the guy who was in the school shooting, and he's constantly pushing for more restrictions on the firearms. And he says, oh no, I don't want to take away all the guns in America. No. I just want there to be common sense gun laws so crazy people don't get guns. And that's the problem, is who do you define as crazy? And you know, these statutes of, well, if you're on medication, or if you hold a belief system that the Constitution is valid and that we should all be living under the Constitution, then you're, you know, condoned or condemned as crazy. I mean, it's just crazy because they can say anybody's crazy, and they'll say, well, you're crazy, we'll take away your guns, and there's no like due process. You know, there's no crime that's committed or anything.
Right. Well, just him saying that alone is actually ignorance. It's very coward. You know, it's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Who says that he wants one thing and then does it the other way. You know, so yeah, I mean, you know, same thing with our government. You know, they're not supposed to just win at any cost. You're supposed to do it within the bounds of justice, and they're actually supposed to seek justice. The prosecutors are not supposed to be trying to do unfair tactics like they did to me right here with these motions in lemony. You know, that's basically just saying you shouldn't even have a trial.
Right.
So we'll see what the judge. Like I said, the judge is supposed to be neutral and impartial. So we'll see if he just sides with them, which would be basically I would have nothing but prosecutors against me.
You know what they call the judge? They call him a black-robed prosecutor. I mean, I pray that he is fair. I pray that he has a conscience in your case, and I pray that he denies all these stupid motion in limines. But, you know, since they did so many, we usually... you know, because it's just like when they throw charges at you. They'll throw 20 charges at you, and even
shotgun charges.
Yes,
yeah.
And even if they don't get 18 of them, if they just get 2 out of 20, they can still stick you with 20 years. And so they do 7 motion in limines, and even if they don't get all 7 of them, if they just get 1 or 2, they've got a huge win because all 7 of them were ridiculous. You know, so.
Yeah, it's like shotgun motions in lemony.
Yes, exactly.
It's like basically, if we get 1 or 2, we win. You know, so
right.
Well, you know, the judge has granted a few of my motions in the past, and I hope he does something right here. We'll see. You know, so you know, hopefully we can see what happens if he has any justice in his heart.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hey, just to let you know, Omar, I've got to prepare for this program tomorrow, so I'm not going to get a chance to read 450 through 457. I've only read 455. But if I do get a chance if I do get a chance to read like 1 or 2 of those documents, is there ones that you would consider a priority? You know, like is there some that are more priority than the others? Like some are more, you know, outrageous than the others, or?
Right. Once I get a hold of them, I'll kind of let you know a little bit.
Oh, you haven't even seen them yet. I got you. You haven't even read them yet.
I haven't even read them yet. I read the first one. So I read 450 through an email, and it was ridiculous. They don't want me to bring up the stuff that happened in state court either.
I got you. Okay. I got you.
Well, I just wanted to do a quick call about, you know, I really wanted to focus on the statute though, because it's just mind-boggling that I'm being charged in the present tense, and you know that basically I would have to be a direct recipient of this gun, you know, or I would have to have shipped or transported it myself. I mean, that's the only reading I see from it, unless someone can explain otherwise. I would love to, you know, to see that. So, you know, that is my main thing. I mean, you know, to see how everything's going, and
okay.
You know, any other feedback or questions from the other stuff that's going on? Or I heard some people were saying about about the incident that happened on 4th of July. I know some people don't believe that there's guns in jail or prison, but there definitely is. I don't know exactly what type of guns they had. It could have been birdshot, bean bags. You know, I don't know. Flare gun, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
No, I'm so glad.
They look like AKs, put it to you like that. They look like big guns.
Yeah, I'm so glad you addressed that because, you know, you got all these. Anytime you stand up for the truth, you're gonna have naysayers. So I'm so glad you did address that. And I did find USC 922g. So 18 USC. So I'll put that out and I'll put the wording underneath the video.
Okay, yeah. It's after subsection 9. It tells you that whole thing about transport or commerce, interstate commerce, and all that stuff. So. Got it.
Look
down. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I said to ship or transport in interstate or foreign commerce.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. I found it.
Cool. All right. Well, take care, man. It's
okay.
Up, so I'll give you a call in a few days or so, or
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe tomorrow night or Tuesday, and our prayers are with you, Omar.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take care, man.
All right. God bless. Bye-bye.